There we go. Uh-oh. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Nocturne, thank you for the 2-month membership. Crackling audio? Uh-oh. Is it better now? Okay. Hey, Celine. All right. Might be okay now. Better. All right. Hey, how you guys doing? Hope you guys had a good weekend. I'm back home from work. Just been hanging out, trying to take things day by day. Oh, I did get my replacement. I did get my replacement controller. For the Valve. I haven't tested it yet. I'm charging the battery, but I'll probably test that later. So if that works, I'll be back to playing some VR again. Yeah, I'm still in my work clothes. I just went straight and gave Archer his meds, had dinner, and then got to my PC. So I haven't changed out yet. For a scan your tomorrow? Would work. I have no idea what that sentence means. Yeah, I mean, I haven't worn suspenders in a long time, so my current work belt has been kind of frayed. I already ordered some 2 new pairs of belts. But yeah, I haven't worn suspenders in a while, but we're just gonna play some Starfield, and then there was going to be a I haven't watched this with y'all yet, but I thought it was a really a good video from Dummy Kruger that was uploaded. Was it maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago? It was pretty good. Sell you a pop? No. What? Anyway, Archer's doing, okay. Like I said, with him, it's like day by day. Oh, CT. A CT scan. Gotcha. Oh, hey, man. Good luck for you. All right. Good luck to yourself on that, man. I hope it comes out really good. Hold on. Let me get doing. Archer's being my baby boy. Napping on the bed, or excuse me, on the couch. But like I said, we're doing it day by day. So let's get this thing playing and get the gaming.
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today's video takes us to the Firestone Park Branch Library, located in Akron, Ohio, where we get to watch an insane First Amendment audit, resulting in an arrest from one of our fearless freedom fighters.
Yeah, I probably watched the Cowboys game. That's why it's not going to be a long stream.
First, he finally released the actual arrest portion of the video about 10 days ago. Following this, Accountability for All showcased the auditor's arrest on his channel, and whenever I can debunk that fraud without making him the central focus of the video, I shall do just that. The last development occurred when his case was adjudicated on October 2nd, so I'll be going over those documents as well. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like and comment below. Let's jump right in.
This is the Firestone Park branch.
That's right. That's the reason why I want to watch this, because I'm auditing for America. I just kept on saying some really stupid things. That's why I wanted to show this.
Hank. Known by that name. Oh, wait. Here we go. Henry Farrell. Hank's gotta be his nickname. Yeah, he's been through here. Took a ship and
This guy
departed.
works here.
Actually, it looks like he came back into Marseille recently.
Looks like Patrick. What's happening?
So weird.
How you doing?
Why? Why are they so weird?
You're not supposed to really be taking one.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Excuse me?
Got a ship and left.
No, I'll take one.
Tried and failed to get a discount on fueling up. That's about it.
This is Patrick with security that says I'm not allowed to take his picture.
Why are you taking my picture?
Patrick's pretty uninformed. He's kind of not that bright for a security guard, I guess.
So as you saw, I fast forwarded through all the data, but this rights protector apparently wasn't getting his desired outcome. So what does he do? He walks up to a man and zooms in on him to elicit a response. Once that response has materialized, the pearl clutching almost immediately comes to pass.
You're kind of an idiot yourself.
Well, listen to
Walking around
Patrick.
with your little camera, taking people's pictures,
Listen to
and
Patrick.
not doing anything. Do you have a real job?
Look at Patrick.
You
He's
have
just
a real
talking.
job?
He does not have a real job.
Listen to him. He's like blah 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 blah
And you're
blah
like blah,
blah.
blah, blah.
This idiot.
Yeah, you're a turd.
Yeah.
You look like a turd.
Yeah.
Turd.
Stupid hat you got on.
Ooh, listen to
Like
this
Jungle
guy.
Larry.
Listen to this guy flying with his insults.
Yeah. You started it.
Listen to
I'm
him.
back here reading a book, minding my own business, and your fat ass comes up here and starts harassing me.
Oh, there's the security guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, calling people names. Real professional. Real professional.
Excuse me.
Don't touch me,
Don't
man.
touch me either.
You just put your hands on me.
No,
Do not touch
no.
me.
So the next time the majority of these guys proclaim they are fighting for my rights, show them this video. The auditor wanted this. He needed this reaction. He needed more AdSense on his YouTube channel.
True. He needs to be able to do a not as clickbaity title thumbnail and not as clickbaity title on his YouTube thing. Say, I was accosted by security at this by a tyrant at a library.
Full stop.
Talk to him. I have it on camera.
Yeah.
I have it all recorded.
You cannot get in people's face.
Did I get in his face?
Yes, you did.
No, you got in
I
my
was sitting
face.
back here reading this book,
I haven't
minding my own
moved.
business,
Shh,
and you
you're in
came
the
up and started
library.
calling me names.
Shh, you're in a library.
Excuse me, I'm the branch manager here. May I help the situation?
Who is this guy?
Tell this guy to
What's
leave me
he- Why
alone.
did he come back here and start harassing me?
I didn't harass you. I filmed
Okay.
you.
He
That's not-
doesn't.
filming isn't harassment.
Filming is
Filming is a First Amendment right.
I understand that, but if you're in his personal
I didn't
space-
enter his space.
Yes,
he was
you
sitting
did.
there.
You came right here, and I was by myself.
I was standing
and you
here
came
the
up
whole
and started
time.
calling me names.
Keep pointing your finger at me. You already pushed me
You're
once.
pointing your finger.
Pat.
You already pushed me
Pat.
once. It's on video.
Yeah.
Pat.
Push
On
me-
the assault
Pat,
charge,
Pat.
James.
Patrick, please go to the staff area. Come on.
Pat was ready to throw down right
Sure, that face is a man who's like, I haven't been taking crap from anybody since Nam. That's the face of him right there. Like, honestly, I can't blame him, but at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. These guys ain't worth it. That's the thing.
next to the card catalog. I've said it before and I'll continue to say it within my videos. If the auditors didn't use their little cameras as protection, I have a feeling we'd see a lot more of them walking around with black eyes delivered courtesy of we the people.
Get away from me.
Okay,
You had
sir,
no
I am
reason
trying
to
get
get in my
Pat
face.
away.
Back up, please.
You just. Why are you bumping
Back up.
into me?
I'm not bumping into
I
you.
have every. Yes, you did. You just did. I have every right to be here.
I didn't say
He
you
got
didn't.
in my face. I
I
didn't get in
didn't say you
his.
did. I'm
And
trying
now
to
you
diffuse
just got in
this.
my face.
Hey,
I'm
You
trying to
are the
diffuse it.
second person to get in my face. He did it. You did it.
Pat, this is an order.
Back up.
Do whatever you need to do.
I'm gonna do whatever I do all damn day now. I'll be here all day.
Nope. No, you won't.
Call. Come on. We're fine.
It's a bold prediction. Usually these bold predictions don't work out for these guys.
Yeah.
Fine.
What's your badge number?
Your mom.
I'm gonna just.
What's your badge number?
898.
898. Good. I'll be filing a complaint against you and Patrick because he doesn't know how to act.
Of course you will. This man elicits a reaction, gets the reaction he so craves, then wants to run to daddy government to tattletale because he's big mad.
I can call him all kinds of names. Doesn't matter. It's First Amendment right. But you, sir, pushed me. You pushed me when you went. Try it again then. Try it right now. Try it right now. He just said he wanted to knock me out. Let's do it. Ooh, I'm afraid of Patrick.
Just go back to the staff area, please.
Pat is clearly old school, and I dig it. He said, quote, "We have to retreat from this crap?"
See, true. I'm not gonna make it. I'd rather not make assumptions, but I feel like he probably is a veteran. He's like, I don't have to deal with this BS.
Unfortunately for Pat, it's probably the wisest thing to do when you come
It is.
face with these ambulance chasing prank channels.
I didn't get in his face.
Honestly, I think that's actually an accurate. You know what? He just said it, and you know what? I completely agree. We should actually start not calling them auditor, like frauditor channels or auditor channels. We'll just call them like prank channels, because that's really what they are at the end of the day. The only thing they're there to do is elicit a hostile response for their YouTube video. Like, just drop all the pretense of them thinking that they're doing something even remotely righteous. They're just prank channels.
I never got near him. I stayed this far away from him. He came at me and pushed me. That is library.
How's my audio crackling again?
You're the manager, right?
Yes, sir. I am handling the situation.
What is your name?
My name's Sylvia. What's your name?
Awesome.
There you go.
Thank you, Sylvia. Appreciate it.
So Sylvia, the branch manager, did her best to de-escalate the situation. At this point, she hasn't even asked him to stop recording, even though their policy says she could have. More on that in a bit.
Let's check out what's out here. Oh, that's a school out there. Don't want to go to the school.
Interesting. Why not? The school is a public building, right? And according to you, if you can see it, you can film it.
Sir, I can see it. I can film it. 100% the law. I can see it, I can film it.
So is this a moral objection he has to going to the school? If so, I'm curious as to why. Large portions of libraries are made for children. What exactly is the difference here?
Relax, Hotshot. I ain't gonna shoot you in the back, if that's what you're worried about. Just,
I can film whatever I can see.
going outside.
I'll film this all day. Nope. Not gonna happen. Am I behind the staff area? Or am I in a
have
public
to be
space? Get off.
behind
Do
it.
not touch me again.
I'm not touching
You
you.
just
My
touched-
hands are right here.
Your body gear just touched me.
Oh, his body
Okay.
rubbed up against his shirt. Well, clutch those pearls even tighter now, Susan.
Back up.
God, thank you for the $20.
Staff computers, you cannot film those.
Mars can't trespass.
You cannot film the staff computers. I'm asking you to step aside.
You're touching me.
My hands are right here. Not touching you.
That's touching me. Stop it. Move
Step
away.
aside.
I'm not stepping aside.
Stop it.
He is filming the staff computers, which is not permitted.
I can film anything I can see.
You cannot film staff computers.
We have
Personal information is available. I'm asking you to step back. Step
Quit
back.
pushing me. Who are you?
Step back.
You already asked him for his name and badge number, so you should know who he is. What?
You better
cannot
call
film-
somebody here. You better call a real officer
cannot-
here right now, because
You
you're
cannot
starting to get
film
on my
staff
nerves.
computers.
I said they could have already asked him to leave based on their policy of no recording if it disrupts or interferes with the operations or functions of the library. I'm guessing that they were just hoping he would leave, but as soon as he started recording their computers, they began taking action. The first part of the policy...
They've been... libraries have been considered limited public forums for a while now. It's just that these guys are too stupid to realize that.
Photographing, filming, or video or audio recording that invades the privacy of persons in the library.
Akira, think about the
In
$4.99.
fact, in 2020, the Ohio
Others don't realize our
Council sent out a memo with some training and instruction on how
time,
to
place, and
deal
matter.
with-
True. Yeah, but they don't realize that.
Get prepared now. Talk with your local law enforcement. They are probably familiar with these types of groups. Make sure your library's code of conduct policy addresses patron use of photography, video, and audio recording within the library. Print copies of the policy and have them available at your service desks. Train staff on how to handle a quote audit. When a person comes in filming, greet the person courteously and maintain a calm demeanor throughout the conversation. Let the person know that you have a policy and ask them to stop filming. They will probably not comply, obviously, and tell you that it is their First Amendment right to film in public places.
I'm not moving.
You can leave
Where
if
am I?
you refuse to leave.
Where am I? In a public space?
It doesn't matter.
Am I in a public space?
You can leave.
Nope.
I'll tell somebody that,
You call somebody. You go get a rest. Rest yourself. You got a little headache going on, don't you?
If they do not comply, let them know that you must call the police because they have failed to comply with your request and have violated library policy. They will probably continue to film, because of course. Call the police and report that a person has violated library policy, is being disruptive, and has failed to comply with the request by staff to stop filming at the library.
If I can see it, I can film it. You're about to get a First Amendment violation on you. Especially for putting hands on me.
Okay.
Poor thing.
That wouldn't be a First Amendment violation. That would be battery. God, these guys are just so stupid.
Somebody attacked me for filming in public, which is a First Amendment protected activity. And this officer just assaulted me and tried to eject me from a building, from public space, for conducting a First Amendment protected activity. That officer is going to get a little spanking.
Yeah, I was gonna. Thank you, Dummy Kruger, for the Archer clip.
Obviously.
Phrasing.
See their computers again. This is crazy. Yeah, I think he just figured out he did something wrong. Yeah, he made that phone call and he went away with his tail wagging between his legs.
Nah, I don't think so. I think they're just on step 8. Wait for law enforcement inside the library. Even if the person filming leaves the library, do not follow them outside. Handle the situation as you would anytime you would interact with law enforcement.
Are you going to deal with this?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah? You're going to try and trespass me?
Back away from me.
Don't touch me.
Away
Do
from
not
me.
touch me.
You are in my personal
You
space.
just, this is the second time in 2 days that you assaulted
are in
me.
my personal space.
Look, this
Officer,
is
he is in my personal space. I'm
former
not
captain,
comfortable.
retired captain.
6
Stop
feet.
touching me.
6
Stop
feet.
touching me. You are Mr. Touchy-feely. This is the second time in 2 days that you've touched me.
He violated
This-
procedure. He
this is
recorded
what he
sensitive
did.
information after being told to cease. He did not
Thank you, Stroke Assaulter, for the 20 months.
this morning.
These guys are just such a pain in the butt.
Space. This guy yammers and yammers like a former captain from Akron Police Department.
He can't.
Yeah.
He's trespassing.
And this is the
He
guy
cannot
that
come
stomped
in.
on my
If he
foot
doesn't leave,
and messed up 3 of my
there's a 12
metatarsals.
on it. If he doesn't leave,
Metatarsals.
arrest him.
I mean, yeah, she
Not the metatarsals.
We'll arrest him. Okay.
Nope.
Boom. See, Sylvia?
Sylvia, that look.
Enough of this guy's shit. That's worth a second thought. Wait for it. Wait for it. And there it is. Keep your head held high, Sylvia.
Pressing.
What's your name? You're gonna arrest me if I go inside.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're gonna arrest me for going into a public space. You just opened yourself up for a lawsuit.
I'd venture to guess that lawsuit will certainly hit some roadblocks if you, for instance, plead guilty.
You have to leave the building.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
Nope. Stop touching me.
Outside.
Stop touching me.
Outside, or I will assist you in exiting the building.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm not leaving.
Let's go.
Do not.
You are trespassing. You are trespassing. You've been warned. You are get that out of my face.
Keep touching me. Look at you assholes. Piece of shit. You
Are you
asshole.
gonna edit that out too, like you did yesterday?
Keep
you gonna edit
approaching
that
me.
out?
Keep approaching me. You're a bitch.
You gonna edit that out?
No. You're
That
a
won't be
total
on-
and I'm gonna put it on your LinkedIn channel.
Yay!
Oh no!
Touching me.
Not the LinkedIn page.
You're banned. Go home.
Go back inside.
somewhere else.
I'm not leaving. I'm not banned. You can't ban me from a public space.
Yes, we can. It's
Nope.
a limited public forum.
Nope.
Do your law school research. It's a limited public
You
forum.
aren't
You
getting your
violated
way.
our
Bam.
policy.
Ooh, got him.
And there it is. In the case of Kramer versus Morristown, the Third Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that libraries are limited public forums. In Kramer versus Board of Police of Morristown, New Jersey, an important court opinion addressing a library user's right to enter and use the library, the court held that because public libraries are a limited public forum, constitutional protection is afforded only to those expressive activities that are consistent with the mission and purpose of the library. According to the Kramer opinion, other activities, including activities such as photography, filming, petition gathering, assemblies, and public speeches, may be regulated by the library using reasonable, viewpoint-neutral time, place, and manner rules.
Yep, true.
Look at this stupid pig.
Ooh.
Old retired pig.
Ooh.
I smell bacon on
Cringe.
To a minimal.
you.
You're in a public place. Do you want to be
I
arrested
am in
for
a
disorderly?
public place. What are you, a cop?
Nope, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I do understand
that
what's
means
going on.
you don't
You're
have-
blocking the egress for these folks. You need to step over here.
Don't touch me.
Step over here.
Don't
Get
touch
out of
me.
the doorway.
Do not
Get
block
out
the
of the doorway.
Stop pushing me.
Get out of the doorway.
They made it in. Look.
Right, because you get your hands
You-
away from me.
Touch me. Man,
And
you've
what-
got problems.
I have problems.
Yeah.
You got
Touching
camera in
me.
my face.
You're both going to get into issues because
Okay.
you already f***ed up my foot.
Okay. It was
My
an
metatarsals.
No, it
What
wasn't.
more do you
You
want?
stomped on my foot right as I told you I don't have to listen to your garbage. And I
edit
don't.
all that out
I
too?
don't have to listen to
Okay.
you. I didn't edit anything out. I don't
Really?
edit
I didn't hear
anything.
your language yesterday that you swore in the library and I told you to cease.
You
right?
didn't see the whole video, asshole.
You didn't post the whole video.
It's,
And then there
that's
again, you're
because
using foul language.
It goes live tonight at 6:30.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
That was supposed to
Premiere.
be because I was curious about the backstory here. I was unfortunately unable to locate any follow-up to this. Maybe it's because he was busy auditing marijuana dispensaries, which I've always found extremely odd. No matter your personal opinions on the plant, it's rather peculiar that these my rights protectors seem to have an issue with marijuana being legalized.
Why are you running into me? This is like the 5th fucking time you put your hands on me or pushed me or
Get away
bumped
from
into me.
Back up.
You walked into me. You backed the fuck up.
Back up.
Fuck you.
Back up.
You little piggy.
Back up.
Fuck you. Get out of my face. Quit
Back
walking
up.
up on me and quit pushing me.
Back up.
The language on this
No,
guy.
you ain't. You're all going.
Ooh!
This guy assaulted me 3 times. He assaulted me. Pick up my phone. Turn your hand in. You guys are getting it. So fucking fine. That'll do. Make sure you double lock that because it's really tight on the left one there. Where's my phone? It's on the ground.
He's an angry elf.
Don't stop recording. I'm suing you. Suing you. No, don't sue me. Oh yeah, I'm suing you too.
And once again, for everyone in the back, everybody's being sued. I also found it ironic that as soon as he was cuffed, he immediately asked for a favor, requesting for his cuffs to be double locked. Were the torture cuffs a little snug for our tough little freedom fighter? Maybe he should have considered the consequences of cursing in their faces for 10 minutes. Before we get to what took place during his latest court appearance, let's take a quick look at what Josh Abrams, seen here reprising his role as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, had to say about this justice.
And this is where idiots will be idiots. Even the American Library Association recognizes that a library itself is not a limited public forum.
Well, hold.
That is way wrong.
Phone. This is news to me and would definitely change my outlook of what transpired during this arrest. Let's take a look, shall we? Per the American Library Association guidelines for library policies, we don't have to travel any further than the 3rd paragraph. The publicly supported library is a government entity that provides free, equal, and equitable access to information for all people of the community it serves. When this purpose is confirmed in policies and practices, the library is a designated limited public forum for access to information. If we cruise on down to paragraph 6, it reads, public libraries function as limited public forums for access to information. Per their Library Bill of Rights, a person's right to use a library should not be denied or abridged because of origin, age, background, or views. Thus, policies, procedures, or regulations that may result in denying, restricting, or creating physical or economical barriers to access to the library's public forum must be based on a compelling government interest. However, publicly supported libraries' governing authorities may place reasonable and narrowly drawn restrictions on the time.
No way. You mean to tell me that libraries are actually limited public forums and that you could put in time, place, and manner tests on them? No. I did message Mandy, but it was very short notice. I was wavering back and forth as to whether or not I was going to stream. I didn't really feel like it, but I feel like I wanted to or had to, or I don't know. I wasn't really up for it, but I felt like I ought to. So anyway.
Place or manner of access to library resources, services.
So I changed my mind at like the last minute.
Restrictions are content neutral and are not based upon arbitrary distinctions between individuals or classes of individuals. I mean, I could keep going. Remember when I read this case law of Kramer versus Morristown? It came directly from, you guessed it, the American Libraries Association. Is that enough? How about one more? Let's do one more.
Morristown! I know where that is.
Remember when I read the Ohio Library Council? Well, it had a few other things to say. The First Amendment does not require the government, public libraries in this case, to grant access to all those wishing to exercise free speech rights on its property. The court looks to the nature of the government property at issue to determine what access restrictions are appropriate. Federal courts have deemed public libraries to be limited public forum, which means public libraries have some discretion to reasonably restrict the exercise of free speech rights in their buildings, especially to the extent that the conduct in question would be disruptive to the other patrons or inconsistent with the library's fundamental mission. In most cases, taking photographs and or recording videos of library staff or patrons without their permission can be prohibited as a matter of library policy. So is that enough, Stay Puffed, or do you have anything else to say?
To be perfectly clear, a limited public forum are places or activities within the library that are not normally services you would expect to receive at a library. For example, if there's a conference room and there's a yoga class or an book, or they're doing Pilates, you wouldn't expect to go to a library and get yoga or Pilates. These are limited public areas within the The library itself is not and will never be a limited public forum.
What salad hellscape did we just run into? I just can't with this freedom.
All right, I'll translate. Basically, what he's arguing is that no, the entirety of the library is not a limited public forum, but he's saying that if a conference room within the library is being used for a specific purpose, like Pilates or yoga or, you know, the Rotary Club or whatever the hell is having a meeting at a particular conference room, then that room and only that room would be a limited public forum. But he's wrong. No, that's way off. The court has said that the entirety of the library, the interior of the library, it can be designated as a limited public forum.
Fighter. Let's move on. So his two charges stemming from this event were disorderly conduct and criminal trespass. On June 26th, he was appointed publicly funded counsel, which is good news because now the auditor works for us. And he was all gung-ho, ready to take this case head on. I mean, subpoenas were sent out.
So much fun. Zathale.
But on October 2nd, he took a plea deal to reduce his charges.
Of course he did.
He took the plea deal. He was found guilty of the disorderly conduct, but they dropped the trespassing in lieu of the plea deal. He was also hit with 30 days in jail, with 28 of those suspended, and credit for 2 days of time served. He's now on probation for a full year, and he has a no-contact order.
That's a good question, Jess. I don't know what district the I'm assuming that if they're citing the New Jersey, and New Jersey's a 3rd district, I'm assuming if they're citing the 3rd district, then Ohio would be part of the 3rd district.
From the Akron Summit County Library. The timing of the plea deal was certainly interesting given the fact that the day before, he posted some unseen footage of the event, which was mostly dead air. His and other comments within that video is what I really found interesting. Like when he said the following: limited public forum only pertains to the meeting rooms when, quote, private entities or individuals reserve the space for meetings, church meetings. I wonder where he got that idea. And EJ74 wrote, "This will be great played in a courtroom. LOL. These idiots exposing themselves is great." Oh, EJ, I hope you don't watch this video, buddy. You're going to be sorely disappointed. And finally, Wani1970 wrote, "This is golden. Just leave a fool alone long enough and he will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt he is a fool. The only place that's a limited public forum is the meeting rooms, only when it's occupied. You cannot enter them, but you can record through the windows if there are any." Oh, poor Wani.
Hey, Andrew.
I'm upset about this one, too. All right, before we let Abrams take us out, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment.
Not really. Tones.
Police often ask me why people hate them. They can't understand and their minds can't comprehend why people don't believe that they're heroes. It's at this moment where I will have this video queued up and ready to play. It's videos like this that answer that question for them.
When you do cue that video up, make sure to include this screenshot to give them full context.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
I feel like I can only do one more. But I did assist. I did actually assist DK on this video. Well, by assist, I mean he asked me to check out. He asked me to check out a policy. He asked me to check out a policy or procedure that he looked up and asked for my take on it.
Today's video takes us to the Warren B. Rudman United States Courthouse, a federal building located in Concord, New Hampshire. The featured auditor in today's video is named Frank Staples, but is commonly referred to as Footloose. I've covered Footloose once before, highlighting some of the craziest...
Oh my god, I forgot. This guy's crazy.
...that ultimately found him guilty on one of 2 charges of disorderly conduct. You can find that video below in the description. Footloose formulated a 3-pronged plan to record the sentencing of Ian Freeman, a libertarian activist and radio talk show host. Freeman was recently found guilty on 8 charges, including operating an unlicensed money transmitting business and conspiracy to commit money laundering. He was also found guilty of money laundering, but that was later overturned.
Really?
Per Freeman himself, the prosecutors are looking for the maximum sentence of 20 years in prison, along with over $20 million in forfeiture and restitution.
Ian Freeman addresses a crowd of supporters on the steps of the federal courthouse in Concord Monday afternoon. The Keene resident was supposed to be sentenced on felony charges connected to what prosecutors describe as an unlicensed virtual currency business. The government says Freeman laundered over $10 million in proceeds of romance scams and other internet frauds by exchanging U.S. dollars for Bitcoin.
Basically, they were doing exactly what folks in law enforcement were afraid people would be doing with cryptocurrency, which is laundering it for illicit activities.
The idea that I had anything at all to do with these scams is absolutely absurd. It's not true.
Freeman's sentencing has been delayed due to questions over possible restitution.
His sentencing has been delayed until October 2nd, but this was the background that Footloose used to try and get his camera in the court. The first day, which Footloose dubbed Stage 1, follow him and fellow First Amendment auditor, Press NH Now, testing the waters. Before we get to the video, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, and comment below. Let's jump right in.
Because I want to get on the same page. So we're not going to try to. We're
going to try to like go in.
Yeah, obviously. So we. Know
I don't remember him tones.
We're gonna let them know. Yeah, we're just
not trying to cause trouble. We're just trying to get the administration order if there is any.
If there is one, yep.
If somebody wants to come out and speak with us in the lobby, that'd
be great.
Blah blah blah.
Lobby.
Yep.
I get it. But why is there no video of Ian's trial?
Because they are not allowing it.
So why the f are they going to allow us?
I don't know.
Press NH Now actually had a really good.
This is a good question. If they're not allowing the regular press, what makes you think they're going to allow us to do it?
Question. Why in the hell would they be allowed to record the trial when no one else can? The answer is they cannot per Rule 83.8 of the United States District Court of New Hampshire's local rules. More on that later.
Gentlemen, how are you? Good, how you doing?
But here's the thing, courthouses are also limited public forums.
So we're not trying to come in or anything. I was here before, I don't know if you remember, but... Talk to Joe. Yes, he was supposed to give me a copy of an order or something.
Copy?
I did get a picture of this. Photographs for news, advertising, commercial purposes, 41 CFR 102-74420. And I've read that, and it actually says we're allowed to film in the public areas in the lobbies. And so there's no like law or rule cited here.
Yeah, wait for Joe to come.
I am, yeah, I'm gonna ask him all these things. Because it has to be constitutional, that's all. It is what it is. We're not trying to cause any problems right now.
If this scenario seems familiar, that's because it is. Footloose is using the exact same verbiage Denver Metro Cardigan used when he was arrested and convicted for recording in a Social Security building.
We're about ready to just mob right in there right now.
Yeah, I made
to the exterior
a Terran battleship from StarCraft 2.
But stated that he need not follow them. Quote, "That's just a piece of paper. That's not a law."
This guy said he's calling the police on me because I'm recording him.
That's what we're talking about? There is this right here, okay?
Battle cruiser operational.
May not be used to take photographs or make video recordings.
That's not a CFR though. Yes, it's just a piece of paper. Anyone can write. You could write no red shirts. That's not a law, sir. That's just a piece of paper.
We will be looking back on the groundbreaking case of U.S. versus Cardigan throughout the video.
So that actually says we are allowed to film in the lobbies, unless there's a thing. And you said you were going to give it to me last time. I'm hearing you out.
So these are the local rules. Yeah. These are orders that are established by the. Can you stop recording? I'm asking you again.
Not until we see these rules.
That's what I'm here for, man.
I mean, this is public, right?
I mean, yeah, StarCraft 2.
So my question
so that's it. And then, can I read this? Can I read it? So why isn't there a notification here that it says the 83 point?
Heart of the Swarm is the one expansion I don't have. Actually, I don't have either expansion. I don't have the Protoss or the Heart of the Swarm.
The rules and procedures for this courthouse is well over 100 pages long. The rule that prohibits recording in the building reads as followed. Except authorized personnel in the discharge.
I mean, I can't help you there, Woodwork.
All persons are prohibited from photographing, recording, audio or video, broadcasting, transmitting, or televising within the Warren B. Rudman U.S. Courthouse.
Okay, so, yeah, so this is where it gets funny. So, DK asked me to take a look at these regulations and these court rules and get my take on it.
So this is the only thing that you're trying to, that thing is, I know. What are you guys going to do if we don't stop?
Meeting or courthouse is well over 100 pages long.
Isn't there a notification here that it says the 83 point, there's nothing here.
Just make this easier.
But it doesn't cite it there.
The totality of the rules and procedures for this courthouse is well over 100 pages long. The rule that prohibits recording in the building reads as followed. Except authorized personnel in the discharge of their official government duties, all persons are prohibited from photographing, recording, audio or video, broadcasting, transmitting, or televising within the Warren B. Rudman U.S. Courthouse.
So this is the only thing that you're trying to, that thing is, I know. What are you guys going to do if we don't stop? What's the law? What's the penalty for not following this no filming?
It'd be a contempt of court. That's what it is. If you don't follow the court rules, it's contempt of court.
Thing. The court will follow through with what? Meaning what? They hold you in contempt?
Yes.
That could be. So you will have to talk to the judge to get us in contempt. I'm just saying.
Well, not really. No. They could. It could be criminal contempt, Jassa, because they're committing the offense right in front of them. Actually, no, it is criminal contempt because they're committing the contempt right in full view of everybody. So what would happen here is that they don't need to go to the judge first. The cops can make a determination that you're breaking the rule right there and then take you in front of the judge.
You would have to talk to the judge to hold us in contempt, correct?
So if you want to put your stuff away and come back in and
do that now? You want to do that today? All right. Okay. What, for Monday?
Let's get it done.
For Monday, right? Yeah. All right, so let's go do that. We're going to go put our stuff away and we'll be right back. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
What was that one?
So that was stage 1. In stage 2, things ramp up a bit when DHS is called and they are asked to leave the building. Footloose replaces Press NH Now with New Hampshire State Representative Jason Gerhard. Jason is a newly elected Republican politician representing Merrimack 25. For a little bit more background on the New Hampshire state representative, he was found guilty of aiding and conspiring to obstruct justice for Elaine and Edward Brown, seen in the picture here, a fugitive couple who dispute the constitutionality of taxes.
Tax protesters. Yeah, so I want to do a little bit more digging on this guy who allegedly was found guilty of aiding and abetting a bunch of tax protesters, aka proto-Sovsits.
Per the New York Times, the Browns are already serving a 63-month sentence for refusing.
They're like the progenitor species of sovereign citizens.
With law enforcement at their Plainfield Township home after their January 2007 conviction delayed the beginning of their sentence. Over the course of the standoff, Ed Brown, in a series of online, radio, and newspaper interviews, insisted that neither he nor his wife would be taken into custody alive and threatened a, quote, Waco-style response if federal authorities tried to take them by force. On October 4th, a team of undercover United States Marshals posing as supporters of the Browns placed them both under arrest without incident. A number of Brown supporters have also been convicted for aiding and abetting the couple by providing weapons, ammunition, and basic supplies during the standoff, as well as conspiring to prevent the U.S. Marshals from arresting the Browns. Jason Gerhard, who we will soon see in the video, of Brookhaven, New York, was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. In an affidavit for a search warrant, a deputy marshal, Roy Wright, said Gerhardt and his co-conspirators temporarily resided in the Browns' home and assisted the Browns in surveillance designed to detect the presence of law enforcement officers, purchased firearms, brought firearms to the Browns' home, and publicly announced their intention to forcefully resist efforts by the U.S. Marshals Service to arrest Edward Brown and Elaine Brown. At Mr. Gerhard's home on Montauk Highway, investigators said they found an active pipe bomb containing gunpowder in a storage box, a rifle, ammunition, and literature promoting anti-government activities. Continuing, investigators also found about 24 complete and several incomplete pipe bombs at the Browns' house. According to the indictment, Gerhard assembled, used, and possessed these bombs. Gerhard would eventually be found guilty, where he spent 12 years in federal prison. Shortly after getting out, he jumped straight into politics. About 2 weeks ago, he posted a video on Rumble with the title saying, "State Rep, time to shoot down."
Time to shoot down toxic chemtrail planes in New Hampshire.
Chemtrail planes in New Hampshire.
So I am putting in a bill to shoot down said planes that do not comply with orders. There's another one, it's the same one, right in front of me.
All right, look. New Hampshire is a beautiful, beautiful state. There are normally like really good people out there, really nice. Whenever I visited my parents, it really is an overall a great state. But holy hell!
But I'm driving. You know what? And if you haven't seen these yet, then you're just not paying attention. So.
The chemtrail conspiracy theories have been around for quite a while. They claim that the contrails left behind by aircraft are not simply composed of water vapor and ice crystals, but are instead chemicals or substances intentionally sprayed by government agencies or other organizations for various nefarious purposes. Some of those nefarious purposes are geoengineering, mind control, population control, environmental harm, including weather control, as well as alien involvement.
And also turning you into communists.
So now that we know a little bit more about this state representative, let's jump back to the video.
Yeah, so my thing is that 83.3 rule that they're trying to use, where are they getting their authority for that rule? And what's the scope? Like I showed you, the scope of those rules says.
Okay, here is where DK asked me for my input, and we both basically agreed on it. Their interpretation of this is so unbelievably stupid, but I'll let them go.
Civil things. So this is not coming in here is not a civil matter. This is a public matter.
So Footloose is basing his argument that he can record in this courthouse on Rule 1.1F, which reads, Scope, Local Rules 1.1 through 83.16, which the prohibition for recording falls under, shall govern the procedure in all civil actions. Frankly speaking, this entire idea seems incredibly impractical from the outset. It raises a fundamental question. How could prohibition be enforced throughout the entire courthouse, as it seems to suggest, while also restricting it solely to civil cases?
Exactly. Which, in fairness, I feel like DK ripped my response to him. Hold on, I gotta go back here. I gotta go back to our discussion, because I feel like he just ripped those lines. Okay, so it's not verbatim. It's not verbatim, but that's basically what I said.
This notion lacks practicality, especially when considering that the courthouse inevitably handles a mixture of both civil and criminal cases throughout the day.
So what I said to him was, and to be honest, their entire premise is stupid as all hell in the first place. How would the prohibition be enforceable to the entirety of the courthouse, as the language appears to indicate, and yet be limited to only civil cases? It doesn't make any sense from a practical standpoint, when the courthouse is obviously going to host both civil and criminal matters throughout the day.
Well, I'm not an...
So I paraphrased Mike's statement on there, but yeah. I am going to DMCA DK. No, I'm not. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Make money on my YouTube channel already. I document my business, and you know, some auditors, they get, well, a lot of them get paid for it. They make money and they get views off of conflict. So when you're monetized, it's gonna subconsciously or consciously make you say, oh, first of all, you have to do a certain amount of hours every week to get paid. So you have to produce content. So you're already being forced to create stuff. And then, yeah, I forget where I was going with that.
Yeah, you start pushing yourself to stupid.
Yeah, you just start, and then you start creating situations and being a jerk and baiting and stuff like that, you know.
In the title of my video, I labeled Footloose as a First Amendment auditor because he uses the same lingo of every other auditor I've covered in the past. However, he likes to refer to himself as a, quote, nullifier. What I believe he means by that is he is someone who sees themselves as a safeguard against unjust laws and government overreach. And to be fair, he portrayed First Amendment auditors in a manner that aligns with my perception of the majority of...
Yeah, so it sounds like this guy, as crazy as he sounds like a true believer of the cause.
Them as provocateurs who wield their cameras to intentionally provoke confrontations simply for money.
Thank you, Akira, for the $4.99.
Case law for filming, filming in public.
Oh yeah. Cuniff.
Smith,
Cuniff.
Cummings, and this is a First Circuit case too.
Where is the public? What public are they using?
Is a case, Glick versus Cuniff.
Ah, this quest is bugged.
Is a case which the United States Court of Appeals for the First Circuit held that a private citizen has the right to record video and audio of police carrying out their duties in a public place, and that the arrest of the citizen for a wiretapping violation violated his First and Fourth Amendment rights. The case arose when Simon Glick filmed Boston, Massachusetts police officers from the bicycle unit making an arrest in a public park when...
Yeah, it's a park. It's a public park. It was the facts of that case was that it was in Boston Common, which is a public park. It's not a courthouse.
Glick versus Knuff gets thrown around a lot by these guys. Glick established a legal precedent that individuals have a right to record the police in public spaces as long as they do so without interfering with law enforcement activities. The problem I see with his argument is that he's sitting in a federal courthouse where Glick, the man arrested for filming officers, was in the Boston Common, a public park in Boston. The fact that he was in a public park was a key factor in the legal dispute regarding his right to record law enforcement officers without violating the law. Denver Metro Audits tried to use the same case law for his case at the...
Of course he did, because he's an idiot.
But was quickly shut down. This is what I said about that at the time. There was also an argument about non-public forums versus traditional public forums. It reads, government restrictions on speech in non-public forum need only be viewpoint neutral and reasonable in light of the forum's purpose. Interestingly, both the government
And for those who are unaware, reasonable is a very, very easy bar to meet. Very easy.
Government and DMA's side agree the SSA offices are a non-public forum, but that didn't stop DMA's attorney from quoting case law that involved only traditional public forums. The government writes, Cordova's reliance on cases discussing video recording as a form of speech creation is misplaced. These cases relate to recording video in a public forum. The government does not dispute that video recording is afforded some protection under the First Amendment, as are other activities prohibited in federal agency offices by the GSA regulations, such as solicitation, posting flyers, and commercial advertising. It seems they are essentially saying, yes, video recording can be protected under the First Amendment, but so are these other First Amendment activities like solicitation and posting flyers. From my understanding, as long as these prohibitions are viewpoint neutral in a non-public forum, those prohibitions on First Amendment activities are lawful. The judge here makes a clear distinction about recording in a traditional public forum, like the Boston Common, versus a non-public forum, like an SSA building or a federal courthouse.
I don't know if they could spray something or what. Hey, how's it going? Hey, good. How you doing? Good. Good. Thank you. I don't know if they could spray something.
I understand you guys are filming and videoing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. It says we're allowed to right here.
Yeah.
It actually says we're allowed to right here.
Okay.
Building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, and auditoriums for news, unless there is a rule, which is this 83.8.
Yep.
83.8. And there are exceptions here, but before I get into that, the scope.
Well, first of all, my name is Inspector Flynn. I'm with the Federal Protective Service. Okay. Right, guys. So here's what I want to do. Okay. You can't.
Your mom.
do it in here. That's a nice badge.
Thank you.
Can't do it in here. Okay. There's a building rule that states.
What is that?
Let me finish.
Sure.
Okay. Let me finish. There's a building rule that states you can't film inside of here. Okay?
What rule is that?
You're filming it. You were shown that yesterday, I believe, right?
No, I have it right here.
Okay.
In this, it says the scope. Hold on, sir, can I? Local rules 1.1 through 83.16.
Okay.
This is 83.8, so it falls into that. Shall govern the procedure in all civil actions.
Okay.
So I argued earlier that this argument about the rules only pertaining to civil actions was pretty absurd. But don't take my word for it, because he either didn't look under the criminal rules, or he simply decided to cherry pick that one point about civil actions. Under the scope for criminal rules, it reads, 1.1 to 58.1 shall govern the procedure in all criminal actions. Civil local rules shall apply insofar as they do not conflict with any statute.
And there's the kicker. The last sentence right there.
Or local crime or individual order. The following civil/general local rules shall apply in criminal actions. And if we go down here, 83.8, the rule prohibiting recording.
Thanks, Brad.
Directly in that, making it a criminal action.
We're not here for civil action.
Okay. If you let me finish.
No problem.
This is a public forum. This is a public building.
Okay.
A courthouse is typically not considered a public forum in the same way that places like parks and sidewalks are. That's why the Glick versus Knuff case is relevant in this instance. Public forums are spaces that have traditionally been used for public expression and assembly, and where First Amendment rights are afforded significant protection. Courthouses, on the other hand, are government buildings primarily designed for the administration of justice and the conduct of legal proceedings. While they are open to the public and people have a right to access them for legal matters, they are subject to certain restrictions and regulations that are intended to ensure the fair and orderly administration of justice. These restrictions may include security measures, limited access to certain areas, and yes, even rules on prohibited recording.
Can you show us the rule, please?
If you don't stop, then you will be arrested.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Under violating a building rule.
You're going to be arrested violating these rules, yes.
Can we talk outside about the rules?
Let's go outside. That's the whole intent of me coming here, is to have you guys go outside.
I just wanted to talk to
So it's like we've been out here filming for like...
Sir, if you want to put the parking, you can't bring the...
Right, that's the problem. And it says right here... All right.
Just let me finish.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. My issue is that I believe my colleagues have a vested interest in what happens in this building. It's on New Hampshire land. New Hampshire is a sovereign entity. So the GSA and all these federal agencies, you guys can make all the stuff you want. That's fine. Okay? But as far as I'm concerned, a state representative, part of the people who sent me to
You don't have special privileges just because you're a state representative. Why are you trying to flout your status? Don't you guys normally like hate it when public officials try to flout their authority? All right, whatever.
Account for what's going on, should have the ability to talk to the clerk, who, as far as I'm concerned, is kind of like the head of the courthouse, right? So that's all I want to do is ask.
Flout their status as a public official.
That gives me the ability to do this. That's my issue.
Unfortunately, your argument's going to be moot because you're on federal property and federal law.
True.
No, it doesn't.
True. New Hampshire has no power here, Gandalf the Grey. Oh, God, I'm such a nerd.
So Representative Gerhardt is seeking access to the clerk's office to inquire about the recording of the Freeman case. His claim revolves around the notion that he is being denied access to the clerk's office, although that is not the case at all. He retains the ability to engage with the clerk's office staff as long as he refrains from recording within the courthouse, a stipulation he is unwilling to adhere to. So they finally leave the inside of the courthouse, where we find a DHS representative offering to bring the paperwork to the clerk for him because he refuses to stop recording.
I'm not a lawyer, dude. I'm a carpenter, but this is bogus. You guys know it. I mean,
I'm more of a lawyer than he is.
Carpenter.
Yeah, if you could deliver to the clerk, this is the main thing. Ian Freeman's trial on the Bitcoin thing is Monday. I would like to record that. Sentencing, I'm sorry. So I'd like to record that, and I just find it kind of odd. There's no real mechanism to go get that done. There's no...
I thought you went yesterday to find out about the rules to get that done.
Correct. And so that's the problem is, like I was saying, I researched this whole thing about photographing and the prohibitions, right? And there's exceptions. The exceptions.
The judge needs to give you an exception, correct?
No, the clerk.
Okay.
So there's
is that in right here that you're requesting that?
No.
No. Me, I'm
Why not?
Because I don't think I should have to. I work for the government.
No, okay. All right. So
See? He's doing the thing. He's doing the thing that these guys and every average person here doesn't like it when public officials try to flout their status to get around rules that apply to everybody else, right? I think that's pretty universal that most of us don't like it when a public official tries to get themselves out of the DUI by virtue of them being a public official or whatever, or try to get their kid out of getting in trouble because they have to be a police captain or state rep. Why is he doing it here? I can't believe he's trying to pull that mess here when I know damn well he would hate it if any other public official tried to pull this mess in any other context.
There's a law that there's a rule and there's an exception, and it says, hey, make the request, but you don't want to make the request because it's your constitutional right.
Gerhard doesn't believe he needs to ask for an exception to record because he, quote, works for the government, which was interesting coming from someone with an anti-government past.
True!
Privileges because he works for the government? His
yes!
Either way, because as there are exceptions to record certain ceremonies and procedures in the courthouse, there isn't an exception to record a criminal trial, state rep or no state rep.
So something else I want to point out is this case.
Dude,
your mom.
No, I know. But no, he's the guy. He's cool. He's not the Freeman case. Yeah. Glick versus Cunliffe.
Yeah.
Okay, this is about and it's a First Circuit case, and we are allowed to film.
All right,
held that a citizen has a right to.
Wait, I think he is correct. I think New Hampshire is a First Circuit, so he's right there at least.
Public official.
I don't know. I think they're not listening to how they're coming across.
In a public place, the public's right to access is coextensive with that of the press.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a public space. You've already admitted to it. It says public forum right on the thing.
Yep.
Limited public forum.
Listen, if you went inside the building, right? Say you went into the Social Security office, right? You go into the Social Security office. There's no filming in there either.
You can get permission from that agency.
There is a mechanism in place to get permission to record in an SSA building, like the officer said. Something DMC said you didn't have to, but was ultimately proven wrong. After a few more cordial minutes back and forth, they leave the premises.
Yeah.
This is they don't have the authority to do this.
Right.
Just stamped it saying they received notice of it. This
Right.
is on, dude.
No authority.
Calling on Monday, bro.
So, what are you doing?
Donkey.
I was ready to oh, bro, I'm ready to get right there. I see me getting
I just...
But yeah, no, it's just
what annoyed me-
timing is
What
everything.
annoyed me, though, is like the tough guy thing.
How about
There's a good cop, bad cop.
listen, we're
Hold on,
gonna
let's roll out of here.
what we do
I don't like, hold on.
what we do, and
Okay,
this
stop.
is for the
Have a
people.
day.
Hold on, we're still recording.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
No, I'm still recording. So what we do is we will
Oh my God.
people on Monday
Okay.
the opportunity to get arrested with us.
Oh my God.
Like 20 people get arrested, bro.
I don't know. I would like to...
Get them.
Yo, dude, let's have a party and get arrested, bro. You know, some people have jobs, right?
There too.
I know. I can't do that by Monday.
For some strange reason, Gerhard is under the belief that because the clerk stamped that they received a request to record the sentencing of Freeman, that it somehow automatically gives him the green light to go ahead and do just that. He's wrong in this instance, as no such exception exists, like I said previously. Next up is Stage 3, where Gerhard and Footloose intentionally get arrested at Freeman's sentencing because, as they put it, it will, quote, give them standing to challenge the rule. Press NH Now is back for Stage 3, but he declined to get arrested, and as a matter of fact, he says, quote, I'll just wait to see what happens with you guys, unquote. Thanks to the folks at Freaking, the next few minutes that include the arrest will be brought to you without any interruption. Let's get right to it.
Oh God, Freaking! Why?
So, you can't record me. I understand. I'm trying to draw the charge to challenge it later in court.
So whatever you want to charge us with is fine.
He's calling your... I brought my defense. Constitution.
And I want to say that the scope of the rules is for civil.
Take it off my work shoes. Hold on.
If you look at the scope of the rules, it says civil only.
Are you recording?
I'm literally still in my work clothes.
You have a better attorney than I do, apparently.
That's what I mean. You so arrest me, do whatever, and then I'll come back, and when I have to represent myself, it's going to be the same thing in the lobby here. I'm getting in to film my criminal case to challenge this.
He didn't admit that he was either.
Right.
And what are you arresting him under?
Sorry?
Your mom.
Will you be arresting him under? Don't you have to have an articulable, suspicionable
crime?
something?
Oh my.
Crime. I'm arresting.
Articulable, suspicionable.
Yep. And a warning.
All right.
What's going on? You never got my ID that day, did you? I can't hear you. You never got my ID that day, did you?
I still don't understand why you're looking for the fight, but that's okay.
What?
Because this is our protected right.
That's what we
This
do.
is America. This is a public forum for the citizens of New Hampshire. And you're trying to apply a law to criminal cases or a rule, a local rule that applies only to civil matters. So you might want to check the scope of that rule. I'm putting you on notice right now.
Oh my God.
You've read the scope?
Yep.
I don't care what the rule itself says.
And you would have to file a motion with the court if you want to, that would be the proper procedure.
There is, are we talking?
Guys,
yeah.
let's just, no offense,
we'll talk
but
about it.
it's
I'll
like,
tell the judge.
Just the whole legal aspect of
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to the judge.
So what would you like? What would you like from us to do?
Arrest me. Charge me with whatever your crime you're going to concoct. And that's it. I need to have the standing.
Okay. You understand that the posted rules state that you can't record in the lobby of the...
I understand that posted rule is for civil cases.
Okay, but I'm telling you, it applies right now. You can't...
That's what you think. Sure, I understand.
You let me finish. It applies right now, and you're given the opportunity to leave or stop recording. So, would you like to leave instead of getting arrested?
Right. Well, I got to be lawful. I haven't heard a lawful order either. I've heard awful orders.
I'm just not into theatrics. I just want to challenge.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's get it over with.
All right, you understand. I get it.
Whatever you want to do.
I allegedly violated your rule.
I'm asking you to stop recording.
Yes.
You're not stopping.
I'm standing
He's
on my
asking us.
Look, he's just making it abundantly clear. He's making it abundantly clear for the crime, for the criminal charge. The cop is making it abundantly clear that he's telling him that he's breaking a rule and that he gave him an opportunity to stop recording and that he refused to stop recording. He's just making it clear just for the record.
He's asking you the opportunity.
Sure.
So you're going to start recording?
I'm standing on my constitutional rights to record in a public building.
Okay. All right. Peace first.
Oh, you can't do it yourself? You don't want the balls? You have no balls to do it yourself? Do it.
You don't want to be the one in court, but you'll be there.
He doesn't want to go to court,
Sure.
that's why.
I have no problem with it.
He doesn't have the balls. He's going to send his goons to the corner.
Goons.
Look at the gloves. Look at the gloves.
Cavity search.
You don't have the balls to do it himself, huh? He didn't send you. You just follow orders like that? Just do what you're told?
Yep.
So I'm under arrest. I just want to turn it off.
That's fine.
Okay, but I'll only turn it off completely. I'm just saying, so I might need
So the
it later.
battery doesn't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing.
Giving you the same option, sir.
I didn't realize.
Are you recording? You got the phone?
Yep.
Okay. All right. At this point, you're on.
Yeah, probably.
The law says if you don't have attenuation, the whole place turns into an echo chamber. What?
The battery. Yeah, don't shut that up. Don't touch my property. Don't touch my property. I'm already cuffed up.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm already cuffed. No, you're trying to take it off and you got me cuffed. It's not going to come off while I'm cuffed. Smart guy. And don't damage my property either. Where are we going? Where are we getting processed?
Right on this floor.
Right on this floor?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You're going to take. I don't want this to bump. You're going to have to.
I don't know. We'll find out. What's the charge? We'll find out on the citation. No, of course not. Because they don't have anything legit, bro.
Thank you, Deacon.
Bogus.
I wasn't at court or anything, though.
So we can safely remove your camera.
Safely, yeah.
Face isn't looking good, guys.
Probably should have done that first.
What about the deadly weapon? Shod feet. Shoes are a deadly weapon. You can't allow those.
So that's where we stand today. Both Footloose and Gerhard were both charged with CFR 102-74.385, which reads, persons in and on property must at all times comply with official signs of a prohibitory, regulatory, or directory nature and with the lawful direction of federal police officers and other authorized individuals. This just happens to be one of the charges that DMC was found guilty of when he was arrested at the SSA building. So after the arrest of Footloose and Gerhard, Footloose cranked up a live stream to let his viewers know that Stage 4 was on the horizon.
This is Stage 3. What did I tell you guys was Stage 3? Getting arrested. Stage 4 is what? Stage 4 is going to represent myself at the federal courthouse and wearing my body cam and refusing to take it off. And then what are they going to do? They have to let me in to represent myself. Okay, that's been the plan this whole time. So just because we didn't get through the security today, that wasn't the point. The point was to create the standing and get arrested. Okay, there's a long-term strategy here, and it might take a while to pan out.
I, for one, am excited to see how this pans out, as I've yet to see a challenge like this in a federal courthouse. I believe these two men have a mighty high hill to climb, but, at least for Footloose, he seems intent on following through with the whole thing. I will be following this case to its conclusion, so please check back in for future updates. The best way to do that is to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Until next time, this is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Archer stepping on the keyboard. So, I don't think the antibiotics have been working. I've already sent photos and an email to the vet. Just letting him know. But he's been really affectionate, but I can tell that his cheek is getting bulbousy and big again. Day by day thing. Yeah, I figured they just needed to get a different antibiotics. But he's been such an affectionate baby boy last weekend. Like, practically attached at the hip over the entirety of the weekend with me. Just wish these things would heal. They haven't suggested any of that, Neko, no. But, one of those things that, you know, you can't... Hard to be able to tell, his situation in terms of, like how am I gonna... I'm sure I'll know the answer, but it's one of those things where it's like... Well, he jumped off on his own. It's just one of those things where it's like, I can't tell. Well, somebody has diarrhea. I found that out yesterday. I just don't know who. It could be Winston, it could be Archer. I don't know who has it. But it's just one of those things where it's tough to be able to tell when it's no longer, like, discomforting for Archer, and it's actually, like, hurting him. Like it's a constant pain. What's going on there? I just don't know. But I'll see what the doctor says. I should be able to get an answer from them tomorrow or Wednesday. Then I just keep on sending them updated photographs so that they can keep up the speed. But yeah. All right, I'll let you guys go, and I need to get out of my work clothes. So I probably won't be streaming tomorrow. If I do, it'll be on my gaming channel for sure. But if not, but other than that, I'll see you guys Wednesday, and we'll go from there. Okay. I'm gonna try and stream some games tomorrow. I want to finish up. I do want to finish up Starfield, at least the main story, and so I can move on to like more of the spooky games or an Armored Core, you know. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. Okay. Take care. Yep, I got to finish up Layers of Fear for sure.